close that washing machine door for me real quick? I'm gonna do this quick live. All right, bet. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. There we go. What's happening? What's going on, y'all? Man, we back up in here for this Victory Monday. I just wanted to come in here real briefly, man. I was able to watch a little bit of the game. What's going on, Corey? You already know. I just wanted to talk a little bit briefly, man, add on just to build up on what the live was about yesterday, man. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get back to it. I was able to just kind of glance at that thing again one more time, man. And so I've been seeing a lot of, do the Cowboys deserve respect? Y'all might be surprised about my answer. I'm gonna say no. The Cowboys do not deserve respect, and I'm gonna tell you why. We have went many seasons with doing damage in the regular season. We have went many seasons coming up short in the true season that matters, right? Not to say the regular season don't matter, because you have to do good in the regular season, get to the postseason. But we come up short plenty of times since the 90s in the postseason. So with that being the case, if the Cowboys is going to get true respect, they're going to have to take it. How they should take it? By having a good run in the postseason this year. What good is running the football, being dominant? Because, they are dominant running their football. Time and time again, I see an offensive line getting to the second level. Time and time again, I'm seeing movement off the line. But what good is having a dominant run game? What good is getting to the quarterback when you want to? And you don't do that in games that truly matter. We talk about how good Dak is, right? Cool, and he is good. Show me how good you are, right? You see, we talk about Joe Burrow, right? Joe the show, right? When we talk about Joe Burrow, we always remember him from going to the Super Bowl so early in his career. Oh, you that guy. Oh, when it's time to go ahead and make that play, we know Joe Burrow is that guy. Pat Mahomes got that ring, right? These is early dudes, right? You can't put Herbert in the equation. Herbert ain't did nothing, right? Lamar Jackson is cool, but he ain't did nothing. Let's be real, right? Dak has went to the playoffs on more than one occasion, and we have came up empty every time. So if we want to put some respect, you're going to have to take that. Dak going to have to take that, right? What's probably, I don't really watch too much ESPN, y'all. I don't watch ESPN no more. But when I see clips, when I see other people talk about ESPN, what do they say? Especially the dude that they call Stephen A. Smith. What did he say? They may look good in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they come up short. Everything we do now is preparation for when it matters the most. Everything that you tune up, every move that you make is in preparation It's building good habits. It's building upon all the good things that we have done to get ready to make a deep run. What good if we don't make a deep run this year? Cooper Rush's effort was all for naught. If we don't make a good run this year, we wasted Zach Martin. If we don't make a good run this year, don't matter, Dak, because you're just a seasoned quarterback. If we don't make a good run this year, we just wasted two of the best running backs in the league. Two starting caliber running backs. You just wasted it. You just wasted an excellent performance of an offensive line. An offensive line that week in and week out shows you the consistency to be able to run the football. What was the thing? Be physical. What have we done? Be physical. But what good does it? What good is it if you don't win? Right? All them sacks Micah got, all them sacks Fowler got, Armstrong, Tank, Sam, it'll be all for naught. All them picks, all them shut down, all the times Diggs and shut down these top wide receivers, if we don't go deep, it's all for naught. Everything that you done did and was excited this year, and oh man, we the truth. It'll be all for naught. So with that being the case, right? Because we know how it feels to feel like we are a dominant team, right? We're doing it in a different way, and actually the way that we should always do it, right? But we didn't kind of went down this chapter, right? Right? Same book, just a different chapter. So what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to turn the page, turn the chapter, rewrite something so we can do what we're supposed to do. And that's go deep. We are the Dallas Cowboys, right? There's no way that the Pittsburgh Steelers should be over us in rings. The New England Patriots, the Dallas Cowboys should be in a league of its own, because in everything else, we are in a league of its own. We set the trends. We don't follow the trends. When it comes to the most valuable franchise, when it comes to the best NFL franchise, when it comes to marketing, monitoring, whatever the case may be, we set the trend. We set the trend when it comes to stadiums. It's time to set the trend when it comes to rings. And how you going to do that? By winning when it matters. So it's time. You got to make winning moves. You got to make the tough moves. You got to make the moves that only winners make. Somebody, as Terminator just said, right? You may have to make a benching. You may have to make a switch. You may have to, but it's worked. Well, this can work even better, right? What can work even better? Tyler Smith at guard. Tyron Smith at tackle. Peters at left tackle. We can say we like Peters at guard, but Peters is a left tackle. He was actually a solid one. We did that film review. He was a solid one with the Bears. And he was a Hall of Fame one with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what we signed up for. So just because he may give us a certain type of flex, position flex, you got to play everybody to their strengths, right? Tyler Smith has been playing good ball at left tackle, but let's be honest, he could be a Hall of Fame left guard. So what do? When you have that position to go ahead and put your players at their strength, you do that. Oh, yeah, right? I seen that Teflon. Oh, but when Philly did, I seen that, and I heard that. When Philadelphia, when they win, when they beat the Colts, it was a good win. But when Dallas did this, what did Skip say? They give it a 1 out of 10? Come on, man. Now, I said what I said earlier, but you can't have that same, you can't have a different energy. And so how is it a good win for a Philadelphia Eagles team that barely beat a Colts team that we DP'd? We gave them discipline action. Come on, man. Dak is concerning me with them picks. You know, a lot of the picks, man, I mean, yeah, it comes in there, but a lot of them was miscommunication, tip ball, wide receivers not running a route. And I ain't gonna lie, this pick right here, because I wrote that down. I meant to talk about it yesterday. But to me, Gallup, that was kind of soft on Gallup in. Like Gallup could have gave a little bit more resistance. If he probably would have made a little bit of resistance, Gallup not would have been able to at least tap the ball down where Dak won't have it. But one thing for sure, right? What do we wanted Dak to do? We wanted Dak to be more aggressive, right? So when it comes with him being more aggressive, a little bit more interceptions come, right? And right, it just all depends, right? If we get Odell, we definitely want to keep that aggressive nature. Okay, so it's like go like this though, right? Because it's gonna come a time, right? In them playoffs, Dak is gonna have to win us the game. And I'd rather have Dak more into that aggressive nature than that conservative nature, right? But he should be smart. So I do see what you're saying, right? He should be smart, but you can still be aggressive, right? And go ahead instead of trying to force the ball in there. You can run the ball, right? You can improvise, right? You know, you can have improvised QB runs, right? You can make a play like he did in that Minnesota game to keep that drive going, which was an excellent game, and it was a good for the momentum, right? So little things like that, right? And one thing I do like is when Dak is on the run. When Dak is on the run, we know that's when we see magic happen. Dak can throw on a run from both sides. And we should utilize more of that. We should, even though we've been having some good solid pockets, right? When we got Dak on the move, magic happens. Hey. You know, Terminator, it's crazy that you said that, right? Because I was saying the same thing. I'm like, yo, if Treylon Burks didn't get hurt, that game might be different. That game might be different because I had Treylon Burks as my number one wide receiver, and I believe I still have that video. I had him as my number one wide receiver coming out. He was my number one wide receiver, right? He didn't come on as fast as everybody else, but he's starting to come in, right? I had him number one, and I believe I had Garrett Wilson number two, because I know for sure Garrett Wilson was the better Ohio State wide receiver. I agree, Terminator. I agree. Bro, you almost had two more. That should be smarter. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and it's crazy that you say that about that dirty play, right? And so that's and if they're gonna do that, then that means we're just gonna have to play football. Just like what Collinsworth said, because I agree with what he said. Hey, just sometimes you just gotta play football, right? See, Gallup, even though Gallup, that touchdown, that's what Gallup do. Gallup made some plays. Gallup needs to be a little bit more physical. You see 88. When 88 get the ball, 88, boom, he gonna get somebody them pads, right? And I'm not saying Gallup is that type of receiver, or he should be, right? Because they're two different wide receivers, but have some similarities in their game. But when it comes down to fighting, right, regardless of your knee or not, that has nothing to do with you fighting to get open, with you fighting through contact, right? You know, you're a football player. That's why we lift weights, right? That's why we work out. That's why we do repetition, right? To be able to fight through contact, because football is a violent game. It's a collision game. So there's going to be some collisions, right? But the man who's creating the most chaos regardless of what side of the ball is, they going to win. When the offensive line calls that chaos, they going to win. Pancakes. When the D-line causing the chaos, they going to get tackled for losses. They going to get sacks. When the wide receivers is causing chaos, they going to get open. When the corners is causing chaos, there's going to be deflections. There's going to be jams, right? There's going to be incompletions. When the linebackers is causing chaos, somebody is about to get their block knocked off, right? So, you know, it's about causing chaos. And Gilmore caused more chaos than Gallup on that particular play to me. Yeah, sometimes that, yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, because we done got lucky before, you know, but before the other interceptions, right? So I guess it all balances out. You know, but for the most part, Dak does take good care of the football, you know, especially better than a lot of other quarterbacks. But, you know, I understand that sometimes, you know, with aggressiveness comes with, you know, errors, right? Just like with Romo, right? And I'm glad that Dak want to at least say that I trust my wide receivers to be there, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it. And I respect that. And quite frankly, that's what we've been asking for. So, you know, I can't get mad when errors happen, when I ask for something that you're giving me, which is to be more aggressive, right? But just that, you know, being aggressive comes in many other forms, such as, like I said, taking off, improvising, and being aggressive with the football. I see somebody on Twitter that was talking about, man, he started to look like Tony Romo. Man, if we can get Tony Romo, man, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I didn't see the play, though, when he got hurt, though. Terman, I didn't see the play, you know, because I was kind of flipping through the games. I didn't see that particular play. You said, was it me or did Bora look good? I ain't gonna lie, Terminator. That might be you. That might be you on that one. Now, when that all 22 unlocked for me later on tonight, I'll be able to see it at a better angle. Now, he did get the sack, right? But I seen that man getting locked on some blocks, man, that I didn't like. You know, I'm not, you know, sometimes I had to double look at the plays because sometimes I know I can be heavily critical. So, you know, I'm like, maybe that, but, you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But when it comes down to this linebacker play, an error can give you a big run. And one thing that Leighton and Anthony Barr doesn't do well is shed blocks. And some of that I've seen some of that in the second time that I watched this film. They still had a little bit of a tough time shedding some blocks. When Dak or anybody else on offense makes a mistake, I don't panic like I used to because it is. Yeah. That's facts, Teflon. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's fact. Clark may be taking his job. Hey, Clark need to take his job. I don't think they need to wait no more. I see that they was trying to, you know, do a good locker room deed and be like, yo, you didn't get your spot took. But in all reality, he got his spot took. So I believe next game, his spot should be took. I'm not saying Barr doesn't have room to play on this field because he does, right? There's a room for Barr to go ahead and make an impact. But your starter, which is crazy, right? Because that's just to tell you on how not only how good that draft pick was and how good Clark is. Hold up, did I mess around and mess a button? I hope I didn't click one of y'all out. Hold up, did I mess up? Oh, okay. I think I accidentally pressed the button. Hankins looked better. Hey, Hankins was that play, man. Hey, man, I might have to highlight that when Hankins was. No, like, oh, look at that boy! Look at that nose guard, boy. Bland balling for sure. Yeah, and the cool thing about it is, what's impressing me most about Deron Bland is the ability to get turnovers. What is this, his third pick on the year now? Come on, man. How many Diggs got? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, that's Sam Williams, man. And when I seen what's his name? Dan Quinn doing all them workouts, Dan Quinn seen something. Dan Quinn seen something in him. I was like, that man gonna have to do a little bit of yoga, though. He gonna have to namaste. He gonna have to namaste. He gonna have to do a little bit of this. He keep them hips right though, but yeah, man, Sam balling though. Teflon? I don't know. Because AB deserves criticism. Now, it's an unfortunate that he got hurt, and that is a blow, right? I don't wish injury on nobody. However, we're not going to act like, one, he wasn't struggling tackling, because we got to be real. And two, he was struggling with the deep ball, right? And what I observed in his struggle, he was just trying to mirror. He wasn't trying to throw hands on nobody, right? A lot of the deep balls that he gave up in these past little month, hands. He wasn't throwing hands. Throw hands. Get physical. Put a little, because it ain't like you can't run with nobody. You can run with pretty much damn near every wide receiver. It ain't like you wasn't fast. Are you not confident? Are you scared? Trying to rely on your speed? You're not trying to give up a certain type of route? What it is, right? But, yeah, there's no way that you should be giving up to Christian Watson. What? To bum Slayton. Did he give up that Tutu Atwell in the Rams? There's no way you should be getting beat deep with Pierce, because regardless, right? Even though I like Pierce ain't running for no AB. There's no reason you should be getting beat by Pierce. Come on, man. Who else? I know he got beat by a couple other dudes. Yeah. If it wasn't, see what you see was damn near classic AB. If it's in front of him for him to drive, he'll be able to drive. He'll be able to drive on the ball, get a little deflection. If it was slow enough for him to see. But when it's fast, when he got to get over them picks, when he got to cover him man up, man, it don't look. He was struggling, right? He was struggling for sure, right? I'm not, and to be real, I know other people may disagree, but I have to be proven wrong. I'm not too concerned with Kelvin Joseph, because everything that Kelvin Joseph is doing when he gives up plays is fixable, whether it be technique or he be right there. He just either was a good throw or a good play, or he didn't finish it by trying to knock it out or something, right? But he be there though, right? It ain't like, damn, Kelvin Joseph, you just getting toasted. You just getting toasted. It ain't like Anthony Brown. He beat right there. He get beat. Don't get me wrong. He get beat. But it's a getting beat. Like, but damn, that was good coverage. Like when it like on yesterday, I'm like, damn, he was there though. That was good coverage. I can't get mad at that. You know, like I could probably critique him, be like, man, you could have fought a little bit more, maybe, but he was there, so I can't really be too mad at him. Oh yeah, man, he was due for that, man. He was due for that. And I'm gonna be real. In the playoffs, with Malik Hooker, you might see a lot of that quite often. You might see a lot of that quite often. I believe his game really gonna raise when it comes down to their playoffs. Curse had a good game too. He didn't have some. You think he should have had the pick. I believe they called that little fumble that he caused back though, but Curse was around that ball. He made some time. Curse had a pretty good game. Curse had a good game. Curse had a good game. He had a good game. I'll give that to Curse. He had a good game. Cuomo, yeah. And we're gonna need right now, we're gonna need these safeties more than ever. And what I mean by need these safeties, I mean coverage wise. We're gonna need them more than ever now, right? We're very thin at the bottom as far as the depth, the talent, right? It was a luxury that Bland can be your fourth and fifth corner. Now Bland is your top three corner, right? So it impacts the depth just a little bit though. But I'm very excited to see Kelvin Joseph get reps. And I'm gonna be honest with you. These two games can be very big, not only for Bland, but for Kelvin Joseph when it come down to confidence, right? It ain't like we seeing some of these stud wide receivers, maybe Cook might play, maybe, but come on, man. The Texans wide receivers, they're bums. I mean, Kirk, he's a slot wide receiver, so that'll be some good work for whoever's going to be in the slot, which it might be Bland. But other than that, ain't nobody worried about what Chark, what's the other dude? Ain't nobody worried about them bum ass wide receivers, man. They weak, right? So we ain't worried about that. So these two games is gonna be good work, right? And then seeing Treylon Burks coming up, because I'm pretty sure that his concussion should be ready by when we see him. That's gonna be good work for Bland and Kelvin. That's gonna be good work, right? So we're gonna get some good work, and then we're gonna see Philly again. That's gonna be good work for him, right? Going against some speed. That's gonna be good work. So we're gonna see these wide receivers, them going against Washington again with Scary Terry and all them. That's gonna be some good work. So we're gonna get tested and get some good work right before the real season starts. So we'll be able to see a lot. And I seen some of the options, I believe somebody had posted. I'm not too sure if it was true, but I've seen some of these free agent corners. If I had my pick of what I've seen that I was available, it'll either be AJ Bouye or Brashad Breeland. Then it'll be my two options for depth at the cornerback position. I could roll with them. At that cornerback position for depth purposes. Especially, say for instance, if Kelvin Joseph is not at his best, he damn sure gonna have to get replaced by one of these free agent corners. Somebody said Josh Norman. That's a hard pass for me. Norman. That's a hard pass for me. I'm cool off that. I'm cool. Yeah. Run, hit, and talk that shit. Yeah. Curse had a good game, man. That was actually, to be honest with you, probably one of Curse's best games. To be honest with you, just for him being around the ball, he made his presence all over the field, right? So you could say that. So that was Curse. Yeah, that was probably one of his best games of the season, if not the best, right? And it came right on time because you want these boys playing at their best, right? Around this time, it's December, right? They say what McCarthy and them say. We want to be peak in November, December. Well, it's December right now, so now it's time to go ahead and put up good play. Put up good play. Yeah, yeah. You agree? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good game for Kirsch, man. One thing that I do got to put out there though, regarding the offensive line, I'm about to shout out to Tyler Schmidt again. Right? Let me tell you something. On Tony Pollard's run, when you see long runs, you see you see Tyler Smith damn near scoring with him. Like Tyler Smith scored with Tony Pollard. Tyler Smith was in the third level, right? He passed up, like he gets there and he hustles, right? They was pulling him at tackle. They pulled him on that TP. Man, he gets there. So shout out to Tyler Smith. Shout out to Biotis. I seen him sealing blocks. I seen him going ahead and sealing them. I'm like, okay, look at Biotis out there balling, man. So shout out to Tyler Biotis, man. But Biotis had a pretty solid game too, and it wasn't like he was going to get some chumps in the inside too. You know, Stewart, you know, and Buck, there ain't no chumps. They some ballers. They not no chumps. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Still, you know, I try not to take what the offensive line do for granted, especially Steele and Zach Martin, though. But you know, for them to have Tyler Smith on one side, but for them to be on your right side, to be your best running side, that says a lot about Steele, right? Of course, it has something to do with when you pick a side, if they say the left side, the center has something to do with that. When they said the right side, the center has something to do with that. So the center to Zach Martin to Terrence Steele, they balling, right? And when we run them inside zones with Zeke, man, the center been making some good sealed blocks, right? You know, one thing for sure, they get into the second level. You know, I'm not seeing no blunders, man. They soon as they get that color across their face, they picking it up, man. Either they sealing them or they taking them out, and they able to cut back. Like the offensive line, man. Man, look, I need it, man. Four of them should be at the Pro Bowl. If I'm being honest with you, four of them should be at the Pro Bowl. If we being honest, right? Name me a right tackle who's probably playing better than Terrence Steele. Name me a guard who's playing better than Zach Martin right now. Name me a center who's playing better, right? We're establishing the run. We're running over 200 and something yards a game. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns, they run good. Tennessee Titans run good, right? But hold up, though. Derrick Henry had 11 carries for 30. Look, we don't have them problems. Regardless of when we had Cooper Rush back there or Dak Prescott, we don't have them problems. Even when we do play a little bit from behind, we don't have them problems. So that should just tell you about the domination that your offensive line is doing to these boys. You know, you seen that Invincible movie, you know, with that Vince Papali, do it till you're satisfied. Man, we out there putting them on their back and doing it till they satisfied. Come on, man. Acting like they nervous about Philly. I'm not in the same thing. I give them credit for when I just don't do better. I ain't worried about Philly. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I'm gonna be, but I see. Look, this. Look, I don't know how the picture will look. Let's just say for some odd reason, Philly beat us again, right? And we see Philly in the playoffs. Do you know what we would do to Philly in a playoff predicament? Philly, I'm gonna tell you right now, when it's all said and done, Philly not about to have a better season than this. You can bank that, clip that, whatever you got to do. Come back to that. Remember this: at the 34:55 mark of this live, the Dallas Cowboys will have a better ending to the season than the Philadelphia Eagles. What Charles Barkley say, I guarantee that. I for sure guarantee that. I guarantee that. Because you know why? One, they ain't got number 4. 2, they ain't got a D line like us. 3, you can say what you want, but that offensive line ain't like us either. Lane, okay, you got Lane Johnson. Terrence still not balling? You got Dickerson. Tyrod Smith ready to come back. How is their offensive line better than our offensive line? Is their offensive line, bro? They rushing yards is coming from the quarterback. Our rushing yards is coming from the running backs. How was they? Come on, man. How? Improvised run, quarterback runs. That's just an extra blocker when they use a running back. That's just an extra blocker for them to do their thing. Bro, Dak and them just hand the ball off. Bro, we was running the ball with Cooper Rush. How is your run game better than ours? How? I can look at this from so many angles. Their running game is not better than ours. They got number 2 wide receivers. Look, let's be honest with you. It's just one of them seasons like, okay, Philly, you got a good season. It's just one of them seasons, right? And you know, Philly has one of these here and there, right? But the cool thing about it is it's not going to end in the result that they wanted. It's not going to end in the same result that they wanted in. So I just can't wait to prove them wrong. I just can't wait to come back and clip this. Yeah, I can't stand them either. I'm with you on that, Terminator. I'm with you on that. I can't stand them either. Another shout out that I want to give is to the tight ends and wide receivers blocking, right? See, one thing that don't get talked about enough is the edge blocking, CD blocking, Noah Brown blocking, Gallup even blocking. That's not getting talked about enough. You see Ferguson on the down block, washing them out. Then you go ahead and see the running back come right behind them, first down. All that makes a difference. You see the tight end playing fullback coming. I think it was McKeon coming in, slamming them through. Right? The tight ends is making a sacrifice for this run defense. CD and them is making a sacrifice to go ahead and spring. See, one thing I love, because I seen when y'all said this in the chat box. One thing that I love is that Mike McCarthy got them believing in the mission, got them believing in the play style of the Dallas Cowboys. They got them believing, yes, we need to throw the ball, but we are a run-first team. So in order for us to be successful, wide receivers, tight ends, you have to block. And one thing, see, I'm gonna tell you one of the underrated moves that we got, right? Yeah, we see Sam Williams, Tyler Smith, excellent picks, right? What was an excellent move was Ferguson. Them realizing not only you need to replace Dalton Schultz in the future, but you need a tight end that can be on that field and block. And one thing, Ferguson has been blocking like crazy this whole year. And he's gotten better, more confident. You know he confident when he out here hopping it. Like I said, we call him J-Hop. We call Ferguson J-Hop. That's J-Hop right there. Hopping over defenders. You know he confident. And all your rookie class, it's been a great draft these past couple of years. Great draft. They said they got a 3 monster running back. Hold up. Are they talking about, was it Boston Scott weak ass? Miles Sanders brittle ass? Who the other one? I forgot the other one. Man, come on, man. Philly tripping. What's going on, Loke? My man, $1,200 richer today. Did you cash that thing in? Mm-hmm. Hey, one thing for sure, all year, Dallas has been a money bet. You could damn near put your whole house on Dallas and feel confident that they're going to do what Dallas has been money. Even when they lose, you just know, like, let me go against the grain on this one. Money. Tampa. Money. Like, you could I pretty much can go know when they gonna cover, when they not gonna cover. It's just been so money. Oh, Ken Gainwell, we weak. Oh, Ken Gainwell weak as hell. Waiting on that blockchain. Hey, didn't he do something? What am I tripping? One of my players get ready to punch him in his mouth, doing all that talking. Somebody was getting ready to punch him in his mouth. I forgot who it was. Somebody was gonna punch him in his jaw. He do talk too much. He do need to get punched in his jaw. How the hell they gonna sit over and talk about they got a three-headed bro? Ken Gainwell is like the third running back on every other team, just like here with Philly. You got Boston Scott. Come on, man, he weak. Like, come on, man. They tripping. Hey, they tripping. They tripping. I can't believe they out there talking. Hey, but you know what? When they don't know how to win in the season, man, you can't blame them from being so happy, but then you gotta blame them from being delusional. And they always say Dallas Cowboy fans is delusional. When somebody said they got a three-headed monster in the running back in the Philly, how was that not delusional? You need to get your head checked. You need to go to a mental hospital. You need to go to a mental hospital to say that King Gainwell even has a head in the running back in the backfield. Come on, man. Come on, man. Jay Ajayi rolling over in his grave. Come on, man. They only get that love because of the running back that they have at quarterback. Because Jalen Hurts, they like, the cool thing about it is teams go in and saying, yo, we're not really concerned about the Philadelphia running backs. We're concerned about Jalen taking off. So they say, but when they play the Dallas Cowboys, what they worried about? They worried about Tony Pollard. They worried about Ezekiel Elliott. They ain't worried about no damn Ken Gainwell. No, they ain't even worried about no damn Miles Sanders. They worried about the quarterback. A three-headed no. When they take Jalen Hurts' legs away, and I don't even understand why a team hasn't even done that yet like that, and make him pass 40 times. But when you take his legs away, watch that team really suffer. All right, Terminator. Watch them guys suffer, man. Oh, and I seen an alert. They say that Odell is getting the medical checked out. I'm interested to see about this medical. I guess if the medical checked out, there's no reason for him to go and look any further, right? There's no reason to look any further, right? When that medical checked out, right? Everything should be everything, right? I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm telling you, man. I ain't even worried about what he would do in the season. But when I'm telling you, playoffs, there's gonna be a play that he makes. They're gonna be like, that's why we brought in Odell right there. There's gonna be one play that he makes, but that's why we brought him in. Watch, there's gonna be one play like, yeah, Noah Brown wasn't gonna do that. Simi Fehoko wasn't gonna do that. But look though, look how wide receiver really becomes a strength when you have CD, Gallup becoming better, Odell, and then James Washington as your fourth receiver. I like James Washington even better as my fourth or fifth wide receiver. Having James Washington in that Pittsburgh Steelers role, right? Now, we don't really know what James can do, but then it's always a concern. Like I said, I always go back and how the hell you couldn't start over Chase Claypool weak ass? You know, how you couldn't get in the mix with Juju Smith? You know? Okay, Deontay Johnson's solid, but I've been told people that he wasn't no number one wide receiver, and it shows now. He ain't no number one wide receiver. Right? He's a complimentary wide receiver. Like Deontay Johnson will probably thrive in this environment. But when you got to put him in the number one wide receiver category, he ain't going to thrive like that. And he shows them. Like, how many TDs he got? Like one? Like, what play is he making? He's a volume. You got to throw him the ball like 15 times just for him to get 5 catches. You know, like, and you couldn't start amongst them dudes? That's what be raising my eyebrows. Like, how are we gonna expect this man to be? See, like how was we gonna expect him to become the number 2 wide receiver when he couldn't even thrive in the wide receiver room over there in Pittsburgh? So that's what be my thinking when it comes. I'm not saying he a bum because I actually like the signing of James Washington. He's not a bum to me, right? And I believe that he can contribute. But having him as my 2, that's pushing it. 3, 4, okay, we talking. Facts. And if they believe James Washington was that guy, they wouldn't be talking about bringing Odell in right now. If we just being real, they would roll with James Washington and Noah Brown as 3 and 4, right? And to have Noah Brown as your 5th wide receiver, which he's been doing, yeah, that position really becomes a strength now. It really becomes a strength now. So I'm excited to see that. And I hope they make that move. It ain't a mystery that they want him. It ain't a mystery. It's not a mystery. Kawhi PG available tonight. Oh Lord. Let's see what they do. It ain't a mystery tonight. So it's time to get it done. It's time to get it done. I can't wait. You know, I like the adjustments that they made. I love how they could continue to run that rock. Let's continue to run that rock. Like I said, man, if we continue, you see that run, you see last night that run to pass ratio was over 50% run. And if we continue to roll with that formula, we can do it, right? There's going to be games probably in the playoffs, more likely in the playoffs where, you know, it may not, you know, there may be a game where we pounded the football, right? And there may be a game where we might have to put it in the air, maybe damn near 40 times. But if you have the personnel to be able to not only run the ball and throw the ball, good things shall happen for this team. Because like I said, good teams, playoff teams can win the ball, can win the game in more than one way. And if that, so say for instance, right, and that's what got the Titans. That's why the Titans always come up short. Okay, they're run first with Tennessee, right? But for some reason, when they got to play from behind, when the running game ain't clicking the way that it should clicking, and they got to put the ball in Tannehill's hands, bad things happen. Yep. They said Zeke. Because I seen, okay. So Zeke said that because I seen some talking about Jerry was talking. Was it Jerry that said that? Talking about he was disciplined, like a phone or something like that. Which wasn't probably nothing. He probably had Shotty hitting the lineup. He had to, he had to set something up after the film room. You know what I mean? So, so you know what I'm saying. So I can't get. I mean, I don't know what went down, but I seen something about some discipline. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. But regardless, whether it be Zeke start or TP start, they still gonna get them carries still gonna balance out, and that's what it should be. Because look, as much as we like TP, right? Say for instance, we got to go to a away game, and it's cold as hell. Zeke gonna have to get about 22 to 25 carries that game. You gonna see TP to go ahead and give him a break. In the passing game. See, TP gonna have to be used more in the passing game in the playoffs, because when it start getting real cold, if we got to go to a game and it's 5 degrees, 10 degrees, that's Zeke right there. That's your cold weather running back right there. That's your cold weather running back right there. So they just keeping Zeke fresh, right? This is what game what? What is it, like game 11 to 12 or something like that? And Zeke got a pep in him step. That means they sticking with the formula. That means they learned their lesson from last year. And that means that Zeke is fresh toward the end of the year, which can only do good. And I would love, to be honest with you, if we can, I don't know if we're going to play for a bye or wild card. Either way, it don't matter to me, right? Because you could lose that. Because say, for instance, if we got into the wild card, you could use week 17 as a bye, right? You can use that as a bye. Ain't worried about that. You can rest the guys that need to be rest, man, and get ready to go to war, right? Get ready to go to war. Go ahead, starting to shine. You get ready to go to war. Give the guys reps that need reps, because Kelvin Joseph gonna need them reps. Bland gonna need them reps. Give necessary guys reps. Rest them. Rest Zach Martin. Shoot, where's Tyron? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry a fool though. Jerry be wilding, man. Yeah, they been out there. Jerry been up in the news, up in the media lately about what's going on. Look, man, I don't feel no type of way about it. Because we know what time it is, man, when it come down to how people feel, how they move. You know what I'm saying? This is just business, man. Right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm one of them dudes, man. I just keep it straight up, man. Will Jerry admitting to that or not, that ain't gonna stop my love for the Dallas Cowboys, because I don't love Jerry Jones. I don't love Stephen Jones. You know what I'm saying? I don't love Mike McCarthy. I love the Dallas Cowboys. So regardless of who come in and who come out, my love for the Dallas Cowboys ain't never gonna change. There's gonna come a point in time where Jerry Jones, you feel me, ain't gonna be the owner. Then what? I'm supposed to wait? Come on, bro. That's not me. Because I can really get in depth, you know what I mean, on this situation. They can talk about this and they can talk about that. You still go buy other people's clothes that ain't black owned, so I won't hear that. You can go ahead, you know what I mean, and they go ahead and support everybody else but they own, but they want to pick and choose what they want to say and what they want to do. but all of a sudden I shouldn't watch the Dallas Cowboys, a team that I grew up on, you know what I'm saying, because of how somebody feel. I mean, how do we know that somebody on the team didn't feel that? You know what I mean? So what, I'm supposed to sit up it because somebody felt a certain type of way. Now I ain't supposed to love my Dallas Cowboys. That's like saying a Philadelphia Eagles fan shouldn't like the Philadelphia Eagles as long as Riley Cooper, you know what I'm saying, was on the team. No, that ain't how I'm about to get down. I'm a Dallas Cowboys. I'm not a Jerry Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Steven Cowboy. I'm not a Micah Cowboy. I'm not a Dak Cowboy. I'm a Dallas Cowboy to the day I die. And I ain't about to be worried about nobody else. I ain't worried about none of these fake activists, you know what I mean, who want to pick and choose what they want to say and do. Because they don't even live the life that they say that they live. It sounds good on the internet. You got damn right. You know what I'm saying? They talk about all this. Oh, you still watch the Dallas Cowboys? You damn right. At 5:20 yesterday, what was I doing in front of that TV? Watching my Dallas Cowboys. You goddamn right I'm about to be watching my Dallas Cowboys. I ain't worried about what these people got to say, talking about Jerry and the wrong. They say the same thing, right? They say Jerry and the wrong. But look what they say behind closed doors about other races. So I don't want to hear about nothing about what that thing about you should do this. Nah, hell no. Nah. I'm a Dallas Cowboys, man. It's a lot of D-I-E. And I ain't worried about what nobody else's view got to say. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go ahead and lead the Dallas Cowboys, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I mean? The Dallas Cowboys, when they win, that do something to my soul. Now, over the course of the years, I used to be a little bit emotional over them. I used to beat people up over them. You know what I'm saying? I lost friends over them. Now, I still love them, but it don't be to that extent. I just go ahead and just roast your team, right? Or something like that. I do it in another way. But one thing for sure, you know what I'm saying? When the Dallas Cowboys do something good, that put a damn smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying? That put a smile on my face. So I ain't worried about nobody else's damn views. Shit. You feel me? I'll go ahead and go on with that mess. You know what I'm saying? I just talked about it. You know what I'm saying? It be crazy about these hypocrites. If you're going to go all the way, to go all the way. Quit buying their clothes. Quit going to their schools. Quit going to their teachers. Quit going to all of them. You feel me? Do it all on your own if that's the case. I don't want to hear about none of that. Quit buying their products. Quit doing all that if that's what's going to be the case. Goddamn right, I'm about to be a Dallas Cowboy. Shit, man. Shit. He broke a team. Oh, he broke a team rule. A buck dancer for Jerry. Wow. East side here. I heard that. Oh, that's that Texas fan. Man, okay. Okay, so look at it like this, right? He said that same thing, but he support a team that the owner do business with Jerry Jones. If what they view was so cool, then you shouldn't be associating yourself with nobody like that. If how you view, you know what I'm saying? See, I be trying to keep it a family challenge. I don't be trying to sit over there and say certain things on here. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, the majority of what we doing, we try to get away from all that stuff, man. There's other channels, all that stuff. When we come here, we want to come here for the entertainment and talk about the love of sports and the love of football, whatever, boxing, whatever the case may be. And mainly on this channel, the love of the Dallas Cowboys. And one thing for sure, when Jerry's sitting his little ugly ass in the back, looking at them colored people trying to come in, don't make me feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? I will be real. It don't make me feel no type of way. We done been seeing it. He done experienced it, You know, they say, I mean, it is what it is. It's his business, right? So you're not gonna do business with other people that don't look like you? Hell no. Business is business. Money ain't got no colors. You know what I'm saying? The only color that really matters in this world is them green papers that said, "In God we trust." You know what I'm saying? The paper said, "In God we trust." That's the only thing that matters, right? And Dez Bryant and them, Dez Bryant be the quick one to say it, but evidently Jerry Jones and Dez Bryant must got a good relationship because Dez Bryant, he, you know what I'm saying, he'd be the first to say it. You know what I mean? Jerry done did some other good. I mean, what Jerry do is Bennett. And I respect the businessman of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is leaving a blueprint on how to really run an NFL team. We may be criticizing his GM decisions, right? But when it comes down to marketing the Dallas Cowboys, expanding the name of the Dallas Cowboys, when it comes out to this business and making this paper that's said in God we trust, Jerry Jones is that guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And Jerry Jones know he need people that look like me to win. You know what I mean? And the people that look like me know he need Jerry Jones, that people look like Jerry Jones and them to go ahead and get them checks. So let's be real. You know, shoot, let's be real. It's just a business transaction. You know, it's just a business. I mean, I don't see nobody in the Dallas Cowboy feeling some type of way about it. You know? Jerry, you know, if that's the case, then, I mean, they should have been good on Jerry when Jerry said, you feel me, don't kneel. But what did Jerry do? Oh, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and get on the kneel with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Show them I'm for them. I mean, you don't truly know how somebody really feel about you. You know what I'm saying? Because people internalize that stuff. Somebody could do business with me and could be like, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You talk bad about that. Hey, it's just business, though. You don't really know how they feel about you. You just rolling with the punches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what? You not about to feed your kids because of what he views? You know what I'm saying? You got a family to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying compromise what you stand on, what you believe on for anything. No, you shouldn't do that, right? But you got to live with that. It's just like with that Kyrie situation. I would have not been mad at Kyrie if he would have just shut up and play ball. But when you want to do all that extra stuff and somebody you standing on what you standing on, I expect you to go all the way. That's just what a man do. But if you wasn't going to plan on going all the way, then you should have just opened up your goddamn mouth. It's the same thing with LeBron. You ain't want to open up your mouth with Kyrie, but you want to go ahead and open up your mouth now. And then you know what I mean? But then there's been other things that you could open up. Look, LeBron care about LeBron, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at LeBron putting business, standing on bit. I'm not mad at that. I respect that, right? But it just make you look bad when you want to pick and choose your battles. When you talk about when you said my people, and you talking about you on the battlefield for my people, I expect for you to be on the battlefield. And if you don't want to be that spokesperson, you talking about using your platform and all that, if you don't want to go all the way, then shut up and just play ball, get your money, and leave your legacy for your kids, your wife, your all that, you feel me, and make sure that they standing on what you standing on. Because one thing's for sure, I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you know what I mean? I grew up with people trying to be all that, you know what I'm saying? But then I understand, right? Let's be real. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, people ain't gonna be on one accord with what you believe in when it comes down to your people standing together, right? So you're not about to live the life that you deserve to live, which is live the life in abundance because of you dealing with that you believe something that you don't have the backing of what others should have, right? You don't have the community. You should have your own community, right? If it was really that serious, then stop playing ball. If it was really that serious, then stop buying their clothes. Stop going to their teachers. Stop buying anything if it's really that serious and build on your own. But these people don't do that. So shut up and allow me to enjoy watching my Dallas Cowboys every goddamn Sunday, sometimes on Monday and sometimes on Saturday. Shut up. And even on a Thursday. If you not gonna go all the way, just show me how it was done. They ain't gonna do that. They ain't got no solution. So shut up and let me watch my goddamn Dallas Cowboys. Leave me the hell alone and let me watch my Cowboys. Let me sit over there when Zeke get a goddamn first down. Let me sit over here, you know what I'm saying, and do this. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Leave me the hell alone. Yeah, man. Shit. I don't care about none of that, man. You know? I don't care about none of that. You know, it just is what it is, man. You know, people always want to sit over there and down you and talk about you and all that. But what they doing? That should always be the question. Ask them, what are you doing for the cause? What are you doing? Are you counseling them? You know what I'm saying? Your owner probably feel the same way. What you doing? Talking about your damn team. So shut up and let me talk about my team. Shut up and let me enjoy watching my team. Because you ain't doing nothing about it. You ain't doing nothing about it. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? When CD sit over there and make his goddamn first down, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you feel me? I want to hop in the goddamn Salvation Army tub too. So hell nah, leave me the hell alone and let me watch my damn Dallas Cowboys. I just hate these fake ass activists, man. This rich running their damn mouth. They always want to be an activist for this. But they activists on the internet. Hey, they do this on the internet real good, right? But you look on the internet, what they doing. You look off the internet, what they doing. They ain't doing what they say that they doing. They ain't living that life. They just, you know what I'm saying? It just look good for the public. It sound good. See, that's why I always do it. I don't go off of male or female. I don't go off of what you say. I go off of what you do. And all I hear on this internet is about people saying this and that. And that's why I ain't mad at Deion. You want that, man? Man, Deion done elevated Deion done elevated that. I mean, what more could Deion do? He done won the damn championship. He done gave you national attention. He done got raw ass players to come to your team, got sponsors and all that. It's your job to keep it. Man, Deion ain't obligated to stay over there. Out there breaking in that man's office and breaking in the cars and stuff. Being what you talking about, y'all not. You know what I'm saying? He got to deal with that. That's disrespectful. That man will change your whole goddamn program around. And you can't even sit over there and do that man the decency of not going in his office, not going through his car. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to hear none of that. If Deion want to go ahead and elevate what he want to do, if he want to go ahead and whatever, even if it was for the money, I wouldn't be mad at it either. Because he'll be fighting them. Because one thing for sure, even if Deion did come with them intentions, Deion understand that he be fighting a lonely fight. Deion be the only one. Who came out with Deion? Who joined the movement of Deion with other people with this HBCU? Who joined the movement with Deion? It took Deion for him to come up in here and do that. Now will they sustain it? If they don't sustain it, then that's their fault. They can't get mad at Deion, and they can't even sustain and build upon the foundation that Deion gave them. Now let's see if ESPN will give them attention when Deion lived, because I believe it was all because of Deion was there anyway. If I'm just gonna be real, wherever Deion go, that's where the attention gonna be, because Deion is the main attraction. And one thing I like Deion's coaching style, he keeps it real. I like that. My coach keep it real. I keep it real. I like that. I resonate with that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to hear none of that. You know, he ain't got to keep his people. Did the people keep his word to Deion? You know, what you doing with Deion asked? I think he can only do so much when it come down to that. I mean, let's be real. In 5 years, was Jackson State and them, Grambling and all them, was they going to be competing with Alabama? Hell no. These people in the SEC can't even compete with Alabama. So how the hell you going to sit over there and have an HBCU compete with the big dogs? You know? It's going to take more than Travis Hunter or Shiloh Sanders to go ahead and compete with the big dogs. So no, man, I ain't mad at Deion. I ain't mad at Deion not one bit. And Deion don't owe nobody no explanation, no none of that. Right? Deion, if you would ask me, Deion kept his word. Right? Now, you could look at it that maybe the other kids may be affected. They came for Deion. Well, come pull up to Colorado then if it's that serious. If you came for me, then what's wrong with you pulling up to Colorado? What did Lincoln Riley do? Oh, man, we ran Lincoln Riley. What did everybody do? They're going to pull up to California with Lincoln Riley. You're still getting your coach. You're just getting it in another place. So go pull up. You know? Right. Facts. And if they can't sustain it, and that just tells me everything that I needed to know about that situation. This is all, man, I'm trying to wash my mouth. I'm really trying to keep it PG, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we got people coming in after the video. I'm trying to keep it PG right now. But you know what I'm saying? It's just always people that look like this and always got something to say and always got some hate in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? That just all talk. and don't want to be about no goddamn action. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to hear none of that. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. You know what I mean? We here, like I said, man, we up in here, man. When we come to look at sports, we come to look at the entertainment of sports. Everybody want to be a goddamn activist, man. Leave the activist to the activists, man. Go play ball. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come here to look at you talk about the unjust situations of what's going on. Man, we know. Right? And you done worked your whole life to get to this point, but let's not go act like you ain't control your own destiny too. You control what contract that you accept and you decline. You have control over your performance. You may not have control over others though. But LeBron, you telling me that you ain't been having it your way? It can't be that unjust because they know they needed you, right? If you're an asset, if you're valuable to anybody in life, you're gonna be able to get what you want. If you're valuable to anybody in life, you're going to be able to get what you want. And LeBron is valuable to the NBA. He gets what he wants. He ain't going to agree to nothing if he ain't going to get what he wants. Giannis, he's valuable to the NBA. He going to get what he wants. Anybody that is valuable going to get what they want. And if you're not valuable no more, sayonara. That's how the world goes. When you're washed up, right? You know what I'm saying? What would happen with Jason Witten? We love what Jason Witten did. But when it was time for go, gonna ship your old ass to the Raiders. Cool, bye. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sign with the Raiders, man. You can't do nothing for us with your old ass no more. And that's how life go. That's how life go. When Tony Romo was gone, we rolling with the young man now. We rolling with Dak Prescott. That's just how life goes. Sometimes it pass you up. Make sure it don't pass you up. Shit. Goddamn. Facts. Nasty ass water down there. And I live in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I live in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that Cali right now, though, but I live in Mississippi. So I know. You know what I'm saying? So I know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, they got to get Deion a break. And I hope they come back to this live and say, they got to give old Deion a break. Because, man, I don't see nothing wrong with just him wanting to elevate his own situation. And there ain't nothing wrong with doing what's best for you, no matter who it hurts. It just is what it is, man. And that's why I don't make promises. Because it might be somewhere where either if he's out of my control or in my control, where I may not be able to keep him. But you don't know that. You're not going to look at it. You just look that I made this promise. So that's why I keep my mouth shut. You right? You know what I'm saying? If I ain't going to be able to do it, I just don't say it. If it's 50-50, I'm not going to say it. Right? But if I say I'm going to do something, be there, whatever the case may be, then that's what a man stands on, his word. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If Deion gave his word behind the scenes, then that's just something that Deion got to live with, you know? But one thing for sure, they can say what they want, but they still gonna pull up on Deion. And we know Colorado, they may need more than Deion. They may need the Lord with that team, right? They may need the Lord on that team. But one thing for sure, Deion gonna turn that thing around. And then what they gonna say? They said there ain't that many black people over there in Colorado. Well, Deion gonna bring them black people to Colorado then. You know? Wherever the black people ain't at, they gonna migrate there. And then what? They gonna be like, damn, that Colorado, the whole football team is full of black people. Okay, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to hear that. If there's something that's lacking, then go create it. If there's something that's lacking in the thing, then go put something there then. If you know something is missing, go put what's missing in there. And Deion, he said that winning culture, that's missing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. Right? You can see them Colorado people. Hey, I was looking at the little what you call it, the little speech that he was giving to Colorado. And you could tell that they definitely was not getting coached. Hey, the way Deion presented himself, they was not used to that. They like, they was up there. I thought they was Sada Baby the way that they would say, you know what I mean? But they like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And what did the quarterback do? Hold up, you bringing a quarterback? Oh man, let me hop on the transfer portal. I ain't gonna get no PT over here. You know what I'm saying? May the best man win. That's how it always been in life and football. May the best man win. That's how it is with the Dallas Cowboys. May the best man win. Then we replace you. This is a business. Deion gonna play the best man. He say, man, Deion tell, and that's what they all respect about Deion. He keep it a stack. Hey, I'm bringing the homies over. I'm bringing people over here. So y'all best to be ready. And if y'all ain't ready for that, go ahead and hit that transfer portal. It opens up on that Monday. And I respect that. So yeah, man, we can leave all that activist stuff alone, man. You know what I mean? That's why I rarely kind of try to do that on this channel, you know, because it just doesn't make no sense. Because at the end of the day, people ain't gonna stick with it. Hey, he was on him, low. Don't be quiet now, because he knew. Don't be talking that BS outside of the walls when you had your opportunity right here. I hate when people do that too. Like, you was right here. Why you talking behind my back, family? You was just right here in my face. Because you know they was gonna do just that. Deion was on their line. Deion was on their line. Shit. Yeah, like I said, with the Jerry Jones, you don't see Deion talking about him. You don't see Michael Irvin talking about him. You don't see none of your little Cowboy Grays talking about him. But what do you see? You see people who don't matter talking weight. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? And the older that they are, you kind of knew they probably was indoctrinated, you feel me, with something like that in their heart. Right? So be real, you know. Jerry Jones, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, he about 5 years from being a mummy. so you know that, you know, he was raised a little bit different the way the modern man and the woman was raised in these times. You know, he was just raised a little bit different. Jerry over there talking about Epo, you know, little old ass, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. Man, they better go ahead, man. They better respect Jerry's pimping. Hey, they better respect Jerry's pimping. Oh man. Hey, that's hella funny, man. Ask him, do you? Hey, Jerry should have asked him, do you got questions? Don't be talking that mess now. Stephen ain't all them. Hey, don't be talking that mess now. LeBron, you was just out there being a fan. You know, all of a sudden you ain't a Cowboy fan no more. Now you want to speak against me, but you ain't had a problem getting that Jerry Jones love, boy. Don't be out there acting brand new now, Bron. Bron's so damn wishy-washy. But it's cool. He a great player, though. You know? And I wish that man many success. But he probably should have just kept his mouth closed just like he did with the Kyrie situation. That probably would have been best for that situation. That would have been what's best for that situation. But all right, y'all, man, I'm about to go put something in my system, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I enjoyed that conversation, man. Y'all hit that like button on the way up out of here, man. And we up out of here.